My name is Bo and I am a yoga teacher.
My name is Kenya and I am an aspiring writer and I'm really excited for this class.
My name is Adonijah Gilmore and I am a master's level social worker. My mother told me I have to say master's level social worker, and I am excited to be here. I'm excited to get back in yoga, get my mind and body aligned.
I am so grateful to both of you for joining us today. Thank you. And this is a really important class. Today we're going to be talking about communication. How do you communicate? And as always, we're going to start with a breathing exercise to get us learning ready. So this is sounding breath. Sounding breath allows you to take time to yourself. Before you can effectively communicate with others, it would be good to know how you're feeling. What are you thinking? What is your current state of mind? Sounding breath allows you to clear your head and brings together your breath, your body, and your mind. All you need to do is place your hands over your ears to block out the noise of life and listen to your breath. Are you ready? Breathing in through your nose or your mouth and exhaling however you please. Just place your hands softly over your ears and draw your attention to your breath. When you feel ready, slowly release your hands from your ears and allow them to come down into your lap or to the ground, wherever you feel most comfortable. Now let's talk about communication for a little bit. What could be communicated if someone saw you doing this, sitting with your hands over your ears? Could they think you're not ready to listen? Or maybe they might think you need some time to yourself. Clear communication is important for everyone to feel safe and understood. There are so many ways we can communicate with each other. There's verbal communication, talking. Your tone and your volume create certain meanings as well as your choice of words. But speaking is not your only available form of communication. There are many forms of nonverbal communication. Your body language, your posture, how you hold yourself speaks to other people. What if you were standing with your hands balled into fists? Would you want to go near a person doing that? That might make you feel unsafe. What about someone who's smiling and maybe dancing a little? Would you feel good about being near that person? Or typing a text or an email, that's another form of nonverbal communication. There's also eye contact and sign language. Touch is another enormously important nonverbal form of communication. We're going to demonstrate this and further explain it today during partner yoga. Maybe you can also think of some other forms of communication to express yourself. Now that we've talked about communication, we'll start with a warm-up, an individual warm-up, to Sun Salute A, to Sun Salute C, and then we're going to move into some partner work, thanks to these two right here. So as you're ready, up onto your feet. We all have yoga mats because we happen to be in a yoga studio right now. You might find yourself just standing on the floor, and that's great. Just make sure that wherever you're standing, it isn't a slippery surface. And for Sun Salute A, starting with your feet parallel, following inhale, lift your arms high above your head. Following exhale, softly bend your knees, fold forward and plant your hands to the mat or the ground. And then you have a choice. Step one foot and then the other into a plank pose, or maybe come down to your knees. Follow your exhale. Lower your belly down to the mat. On an inhale, lift your chest by drawing your shoulder blades back. This is Cobra pose. And now coming into down dog. Exhale, lower your chest back to the mat. Curl your toes under. And you have a choice. You can bend your knees and come into table, or you can straighten your legs and lift your hips for down dog. Take a long breath here. Then as you're ready, look forward toward your hands, walk your feet up, land in a little forward fold, knees soft or straight, your choice. On an inhale, rise to standing, lifting your arms to the sky. We're going to do that once again. Follow an exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands down to the ground. Step back either to a plank or to a knee plank. Lower down onto your belly. Coming into Cobra, take an inhale, draw your shoulder blades back toward each other and lift your chest a lot or a little. It's your pose, your choice. Exhale, come back down to the ground and make your way to down dog, either through table or press up with your hips. Take a long breath here. Then look toward your hands, walk your feet forward, land in a little fold. And follow an inhale, rise to standing, sweep your arms to the sky. And then down by your sides for mountain pose. Excellent. Now we're going to take two Sun Salute C. As you're ready, inhale, lift your arms high again. Exhale, fold forward, enough of a bend in your knees so you can place your hands right down on the ground. Then step your right foot back, either high lunge or low. You can plant your knee or keep it lifted. Wherever you've taken your right leg, sweep your arms to the sky on an inhale. Follow an exhale to plant your hands to the ground, and again, take a plank or a knee plank. Exhale to lower down to your belly. Lift your shoulder blades and lift your chest, Cobra pose. Back down to the ground. Make your way to down dog, either through table or lifting your hips to the sky. Nice bend or straighten legs. Sweep your right foot back to your right hand. You can take a high lunge or a low lunge. Wherever you've landed, lift your arms for a breath. Then draw your hands back to the ground. Step your feet together for a little fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. And we'll take it to the other side. Exhale, fold forward. This time, step your left foot back. High lunge or low, your choice. You can bring your hands to your knees or reach it up to the sky. You're coming back to the ground. Plant your hands. Plank or knee plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale to lift your chest for Cobra. As you exhale, lower your body down to the ground and then down dog. Take a breath in this pose. Then, stepping your left foot back to your left hand, high lunge or low. Inhale, maybe lift your arms. Hands back to the ground, step your feet together for a little fold. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. One more time. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the ground, step your right foot back in a lunge of your choice, high or low. Your arms can lift or stay to the ground. Again, your choice. Lower your hands if they're lifted and take your plank, whether legs extended or on your knees. Belly to the mat and then lift your chest for Cobra. Back down we go. Curl your toes and either table to down dog or lift your hips to the sky. Then step your right foot forward into your lunge. Can always keep your hands down to the ground. When you're ready, step both feet together, standing up in a little fold forward before rising your arms to the sky. And one final side. Exhale, fold forward. Enough of a bend in your knees so you can plant your hands and step your left foot back in your choice of lunge. Plant your hands to the ground again and take your choice of plank pose. And all the way down to the ground, lift your chest for Cobra. Lower down to the mat for a final downward dog. Either pressing straight up or coming into table. And then your left foot goes back towards your left hand, landing in your lunge. Hands to the mat or ground, step your feet together, forward fold. Then arms to the sky as you stand. And now maybe your body's feeling a little bit warmer and we're going to go into some partner work. Again, because we're here in a studio, I have yoga mats, and we're going to set these out for our two beautiful partners here. So I'm going to invite the two of you.
Where's that?
You can put that wherever. Give you guys a little space here. And you are invited to have a seat back to back anywhere you like. We have a nice little rainbow selection of mats here.
I get it.
So starting with a partner twist. If you'll reach your arms long to the side and see if you can connect either hands or wrists, that's a great fit. And now the two of you are going to decide which way you want to twist first. So you could talk about it, or you could simply, there you go, give a little push or a squeeze of the hand. How are you both feeling?
Good, I just can't stretch very far.
My nerves are bad.
I was gonna say your hands are so
They're always
shaky.
shaking. They're always shaking.
Oh, you're doing a great job.
Neurologist.
And I like your communication.
Same wavelength.
Friends for how many years now? That Facebook thing came up, 5 years. We took that hike.
I love that.
But even before then.
Now, when you're ready, we're going to move into elevator pose. So for this one, you'll bend your knees and plant your feet to the floor, drawing your heels a little bit closer to you. Something else you could do, you could link your elbows together behind each other. So elevator pose is pressing into your partner's back and into your feet and standing up.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be really hard.
I'll bet you can do it.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they're both ready, and up you go.
I'm ready.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Did all that work.
Ready
Thank
for you?
And now you're going to move into forward-facing chair. So you'll each turn to face each other. For forward-facing chair, this is about balance. So we know chair pose, your feet are parallel about hips width, and you can sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Then you get to reach for your partner's arms or wrist. There you go. So you might have to make adjustments. And the idea here is to balance each other. So how are you feeling?
Feeling good. I'll transfer it to you.
If you like, you could crisscross one hand and maybe open into a twist.
Okay. Let's try that.
That's beautiful. How does it feel?
Better. Less shaky.
I like it. And rising up whenever you're ready. Now for a little balance pose, double dancer. So for this one, we know dancer's pose when you're alone is stepping back 1 foot, reaching back 1 arm, and using your other arm in front of you for balance. Well, in this case, you get to have balance with your partner. You could try maybe holding your palms together. That's a nice way to make contact. And using your hand pressing against your partner's for good balance. That's beautiful. How are you two feeling?
Feeling good.
Feels good.
Well, you can let your partner know when you'd like to switch to the other side.
You ready to switch to the other side?
Yes.
How you feel?
Oh, hold on.
Take your time.
That's perfect. And you two decide when you'd like to release. And now we're going to come down to the mat facing each other for one final pose, double boat. So we've done a standing balance pose, and now we're going to do a seated balance pose. So for double boat, we know that boat can be done a couple of different ways. You can plant your hands behind your hips, and you could lift one leg or both legs, or you could reach your hands forward. So you get choice. The connection can start with your feet.
Maybe do one first.
Okay.
And there you go. And then you can decide how to adjust. If you wish to get a little closer and
Push me. We're going to
Want
get
to be
this.
closer.
We're going to
you
get
might wish to pop your bottom on the mat. I think that the slippery floor. And this is why we talk about being on a flat, firm surface and one that's not slippery.
T-Rex ones.
Look at this connection. How are you two feeling?
We'd like 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Not that long.
And you decide when you're ready to release.
She said either side.
I know.
I'm just like,
Well done.
good.
That didn't hurt my abs as much as I thought. It was more my thighs.
It's the lift, yeah, because you lifted your legs nice and high. Yep, that's where, and everyone's going to feel this in a different place. Even though you're working with someone, you might have a different sensation. You might feel it in your abs. Maybe you're feeling it in your hip flexors. But that's another great reason to try partner yoga. And my favorite reason is about to happen now. If you'll turn sitting back to back again. One of the best things I love about working with someone is getting to feel their breath. So we're making our way toward restoration now. And I'm going to leave you two sitting back to back. Maybe you'll notice the rise and fall of the person's ribs behind you. Just simply enjoy a few breaths here. Any restoration posture you choose You could be upright and seated as our friends are. You could come to lying on your back. Just notice your own breath, and if you're with a partner, absorb their breath as well. Thank you so much for practicing yoga for communication today. And thank you so very much to our special guest, Adonijah and Kenya.